Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our third edition of the Athletes Q&A. So today we actually have three athletes with us. We have Wei Song, we have Suhairi, as well as Steve.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, we will dive straight into the questions. We can take turns to answer the questions. So the first question would actually be, how has training from home been for everyone amidst the circuit breaker? Maybe Wei Song can start first.
Sure. So, the circuit breaker has been a challenging time because you had to adapt to a lot of things, and but it's also a time, I think, that's important for a lot of athletes to kind of step back and to see how they want to approach this, how they want to approach their careers, what's important, getting down to the basics, and trying to work on the psychology. And so, even though it's disruptive, it's not an entire loss, I think.
For me, it's circuit break. Like almost 2 months already in circuit breaker, so a bit tough. We've never go to the track, never go to the pit to jump. So yeah, it's basically it's mentally strong to keep us strong and to stay positive.
And for Steve?
Oh yeah, for me, for the first few days when this circuit breaker kicked in April, I kind of can't get used to it. But after a few days, I kind of get a hang of it. Both my coach and gym instructor still give me weekly training programs for me to do at home. Yeah, so my time is kind of tied up with training as well. Yeah, so currently all my training programs are being tracked. So like after every session, I'll upload all the statistics from my home to an online platform app so that my coach can view all the statistics. And so my gym instructor will give me a series of his body weight, strength, and workout kind of program for me to do at home. Yeah, so training still goes on. So yeah, the show must go on.
Yeah, so actually, that actually helps us to move on to the next question that we have. So what is a typical day like at home for the three of you?
Every morning I wake up at 7 o'clock and I have a online dryland session with my swimming club. So even though we can't swim, we still meet together through Zoom to do 30-minute dryland session. So about 30 minutes of different types of exercises, trying to get that range of motion going, trying to get that, trying to work those angles, the angles that you need to swim. And it's also a good time for people to ask each other how they're doing and to kind of bond together and try to get that daily social interaction going. Afterwards, it's a pretty regular day, don't have much else going on. Mostly spend time with my family. I do some reading here and there, and I train again for another half an hour to 45 minutes in the afternoon at 4:30, and then that's about the day.
For me, it's like this fasting month, so yeah, early in the morning to breakfast, to eat in the morning like 4:30 a.m. and then go back to sleep until you wake up until like 2 o'clock, and then my coach changed the timing also to train like double session, like before breakfast and after breakfast. So it's the first few days cannot adapt. So after that, getting slowly to adapt the body. So it's like every day is the same now. Morning, eat, and then sleep, and then follow the Europe timings. My coach and my teammate is playing the time like follow the Europe timing. So we don't sleep over the night. After we eat, we sleep, and then we wake up to 2 to 3 p.m. and then we go ahead to our workout. After the workout, we breakfast and then 1 hour rest, and then we continue back again to our second session. Yeah, this every day we're doing that.
So for my case, I train about 6 to 9 times a week right now. So every morning I will send my coach my resting heart rate, and then about half an hour later she will call me and ask me how do I feel physically and mentally. So usually I will give her the ratings, and my training usually each session is about 1 hour up to 4.5 hours. So usually morning will be the 5 sessions. I have a spin bike at home, so that kind of give me the workout I need to do. On like the Monday, Wednesday and Friday late afternoon, I will have my usual strength and workout which I can do at home. Yeah. So that's how my current routine is like right now.
And so for the past few weeks, everyone has been having to stay at home. So outside of your training, have there been any new hobbies that you've been picking up, or how have you been spending your time at home?
So I've been picking up the guitar again, and I've been trying to learn new songs and try to write some new songs. I have some recording equipment, so trying to work that out, and just more reading a few new books. Nothing too wild.
For me is doing some journals, doing some videoing, doing some technical word learning. So basically it's like doing my PowerPoint, like how I like write about my story, how I became this sports. So every day do the same thing, and then I doing alternate. So 135 doing my PowerPoint, 246 doing some like mental strength, like go to YouTube and then learn new things, like cooking, baking. Yeah, this sort of is good to learn all these new things.
Yeah, for me, other than training, currently now I have more time for my personal stuff. So I sort of listen to more audiobooks. Mostly are those self-improvement and non-fiction kind. So, and I have more time to catch up with some of my old friends. And because right now all of us in some sort of under the same roof, and we have more time to catch up more often on the smartphone. So we also use Zoom, WhatsApp, and all kinds of online video platforms. We chat with each other. And right now, I think I have more time to rest, recover from all the training I've been doing all this while.
And that's great to hear. So Wei Song and Suhairi, if you have any clips of your music or your guitar or your photos of your baking or cooking, do share it with us. I think we would like to see it. So recently we received the news that APG 2020 was cancelled because of COVID-19. Can you maybe share a little bit about your reaction to that, and how do you prepare yourself to be ready for the unexpected?
So I think it's a shame that it's been postponed, cancelled. Some people will say it's a lost opportunity, but to me it's really about doing your best with every training and setting goals for yourself. Sometimes you lose opportunities to push yourself, but there are always other doors. There are always different things that are going to happen. So you just got to keep your eyes on the ball to the future, and just keep trying as hard as you can, training as hard as you can, and eventually, there'll be another chance.
For me is fortunately, but for me it's like good and bad also. The good thing is, I've been never performing well the past few seasons, so this is a good shot for me to show myself that APT I have a good shape. But the bad thing is, I've been injuries, still healing properly. So I have 50-50 chances also, in my opinion, doing this.
Okay, for my case would be because this ASEAN Para Games in Philippines, they do not have tandem cycling. So for my case, it's the announcement of the postponement of the Tokyo 2020 Paralympics. So sometime last month, the IOC announced that the Paralympic will be postponed to next year, August. So back then, there's a lot of uncertainty, and I was in a state of limbo for a while, for a few days. Then after talking to some people, and I realized that I should focus on, the solutions rather than on the things which is uncertain. So right now, I guess I have more time to train for it, and I realized that my goal is the Paralympic, and I can't lose out of it.
Yep. So the next question is, for the three of you, is there anything that you're looking forward to next on the sporting field?
So I'm interested to come back to training and maybe to go overseas again and to start having those overseas training camps and being able to see my friends overseas, meeting people again, training hard, and just having new experiences. I think that's what I really miss about being an athlete, having this opportunity to go and do things as an athlete. You won't really have another chance to do if you weren't. So I guess that's what I'm looking forward to.
I just cannot wait to the results, and looking forward for it lah.
For my case would be, I'm looking forward for the next coming competition. I'm not sure when, hopefully end of the year or early next year. And just keep on training and improve myself, and just looking forward for the next coming competition.
Yeah, so maybe just the last question on this circuit breaker period. So could you also share what are some key takeaways from this period, both for your sports as well as in your personal life? Have there been any observations that you've made through this experience?
I think one observation I've made is that I actually like staying at home, and I can find things to do even when there's not much to do. I can still find things. I can try to make new things, learn new things, and it's given me a chance to reconnect with a lot of people who I don't usually reconnect with in my everyday life. Friends who are overseas, friends who I haven't spoken with for a long time. So overall, it's made me, I think, a bit more sensitive to my own capacity to enjoy myself and to find ways to enjoy myself and connect with others.
For me, is what I learned with this circuit breaker is you must adapt it and must understand it. This situation, we never know that this happened, so we must learn this circuit breaker. Why government told us not to go and not to train, and stay home notice. So and I also learned this responsibility also is good to learn and not in a rush also. So we cannot rush to jump into the training and just wait what is the government results given to us. So we must understand what the situation is going on. What I learned about.
Okay, for me, I always believe every cloud has a silver lining, and many people may see the difficulties in this circuit breaker, but for me, I see an opportunity in it. An opportunity like take a step back to reflect and reevaluate what is important in life. And in terms of training, in terms of my personal life, how can I improve on my weakness and how can I improve myself in the training? Yeah. And the next takeaway would be, I guess most people in Singapore are cooperative enough to unite together in staying united in this circuit breaker. So that reminds me of a J.K. Rowling quote which said, "We only can be strong as we are united, as weak as we are divided." So I guess everyone should stay united and be sure can able to overcome the current pandemic and will be able to overcome all kinds of obstacles. Yeah.
So, as the faces of SDSC's latest campaign, Defy Limits, could you share a little bit of your experience during the filming?
The Defy Limits video was a nice time for me to reconnect with my teacher from secondary school, Mr. Chan Chi Wei, and he was very instrumental in getting me into para sports, and he's played a very big part in my sporting career because he was the first one to have confidence in me as a mentor and to sign me up to represent the school as a para athlete when I was in Sec 1.
For me is, I feel good because I share a lot of my story to them, so they to good thing that to the public that what we do and what we capable of, and to share the story, to tell the whole, not only to tell the Singaporeans. So
for my case, I find this whole entire filming is quite good, and I really enjoy it. I think the filming crew, they are quite professionals. They know their stuff well. And really have some fun with them. So I guess we should give a thumbs up to them and a pat on the back for them for a good job well done.
Could you share some of your family or friends' reactions to the video?
I had a very nice reception from my school. A lot of teachers came to ask me about the video, and when I did return to school for an unrelated event, some people did come up and ask me about that. So that was nice. And I think from my own, some of my friends also asked me about it, but I think the one that was very memorable for me was my immediate family members asking about that. And I think it was nice to be able to tell that story, to be able to share that, because it really is, I think, how a lot of us get started into para sports, and one person reaches out, just pushes us or gives us the door to try it out, and from there we start.
For me, unfortunately, I wanted to share the video because the virus, and I couldn't share the video to my old school, so a bit wasted. So I do not know what they're going to react about the video. I hope they saw my video and learn what we are doing, and to share that disabled also can do sports and perform well to represent Singapore, to be a
Okay, for my case, my family, they saw the video and they are quite kind of surprised, how well the video is being taken. Yeah, so they just tell me to keep it up. And my friends, like some of them, they was, wow, Steve, I don't know, you can speak like so professionally. It's totally different, from yourself in the video and or you are in real life. Yeah, so they say, just do your best, and you'll do Singapore proud.
Okay. What are some of the key messages that you want people to take away from the video?
I think that what most people can take away from my experience, my story, is that all it took was one person believing in me and one person opening up that door and saying, you don't worry about anything, you just swim the race and you swim for the school and we'll do everything else for you. We'll give you recognition, we'll give you a school cap with your name on it, and we'll recognize you at school events. You are a swimmer, you are an athlete, you are a school athlete. And for a 13-year-old, that's a very good thing to give. And so really the best thing you can do for anyone trying to get into sports or any sports is to just give them that opportunity. No questions asked, just open that door and let them walk through it, and from there they'll keep walking.
My key to take away, don't look down what is intellectual is all about. We may be different. We can be different attitudes in different ways, but we are one. We human, so we can help each one another to be like sports partner, to help and to guide them, to share the emotion, to share the story together, whether you are intellectual or you're mainstream. That's what the story all about. It's whether you are willing to accept that intellectual is not intellectual, is also a human body, to not look down on us.
The key messages I would like people to take away from the video would be awareness and inclusiveness. And I hope that more people can be reached out to let them aware of the para sports in Singapore. Para sport like tandem cycling requires both the normal person who can see and person with disability with visual impairment to cycle together. And I strongly encourage that both groups of people can step forward to try and join this sport. And that leads to inclusiveness. I believe that sports bring people together, and I believe that parasport can bring both the able-bodied and the person with disability to come together to work as one. And Nelson Mandela once said sports has the power to change the world. And I always believe that using the power of sport, we can actually change the approach of people to allow them to embrace inclusiveness.
Well said.
So thanks guys for joining us today. Do you have any closing remarks for today?
So I'd like to say thank you for watching our videos, and thank you for supporting us, both in and out of competition. I hope everyone is doing well, and we'll see each other soon.
Thank you so much for watching this show of video, led of three athletes to share our story to you. And yeah, stay safe, and we hope to see one another again.
Okay, thank you for listening to us. Do not let the circuit breaker break you. Instead, break through it. And I hope to see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.